recorded this video once already and then it cut short on me. So here we go again. Dean Goronitis. Unleash This Book Reviews. It's what I do. Every Saturday I read a book throughout the week and then I tell you what I thought about it. And I'm not an expert by any means, but I've read a fair share amount of books and these are my thoughts on them. Before I get going on this week's book review, I'd like you to note that I'm wearing a winter hat in November in the Buffalo area. It's for two reasons. One, Bills, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Bowl. Two, I can't afford to heat my house that much because I've yet to make millions and millions of dollars through my YouTube channel. So this is a call to you guys. Thumbs up my videos, tell people that you love them, tell people to subscribe, and, help me make millions of dollars, and I will mail you each a check. How's that sound? Okay? All you Naked Lunch people that want me to read Naked Lunch, I'm trying so hard, and I'm getting kind of pissed off about what's going on here. I just don't have the money to go out and buy a $14 or $15 or $16 book the past few weeks. And I went to the library a little over a week ago and requested Naked Lunch. Of course, their copy was lost somewhere, missing. So they requested me a copy from the Niagara Falls library. They said it was going to take a few days. Well, I never got the call. I went into the library today and the request is missing. So they requested it again for me. I'm really hoping to get this by Monday or Tuesday so that I can read it for you for next week. But this week, as I was waiting around for the book to come, I didn't pick up any other book until like Thursday. And at that point, I needed something quick, fast. Quick and fast mean almost the same thing. And I went with Ronald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I know, you guys are probably really sad about that. But here's the thing. I've always been a sucker for children's fantasy stuff. My second week ever doing this Unleash book reviews was Norton Juster's The Phantom Tollbooth. And that video has been completely forgotten about. If you look, it's got the least amount of views of any of my videos because nobody cares about children's literature. But I do. And this video is probably destined for nothingness too. But Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Ronald Dahl has a lot to offer in that Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan realm that I just really appreciated when I read this book. And, if you're looking at Ronald Dahl as a person, sometimes I wonder what it takes for a grown man to want to get into this type of writing. And you wonder, are they a little twisted in some strange way or what? But with Ronald Dahl, he has a pretty interesting backstory as far as being a manly man. When he was in his early 20s, he moved away from England where he was living to Africa to perform manual labor, which to me is just, I can't imagine doing that. Leaving your home continent to go to a completely different land you've never been to just to perform manual labor day in and day out, just that's intense to me, and I gotta give him props for that. Then World War II hit, and he came back home and enlisted in the Royal Air Force, and I know there's a special name for that, and I can't remember what it's called, but you guys, I'm sure, will tell me in the comments. He joined, became a fighter pilot, served in World War II, came back home, moved to Washington, D.C., wrote his first short story about his time in the war. Very adult-natured, and made a name for himself there. What do you do when you make a name for yourself in a business that is hard to get into as being an author? Well, you let it all go, right? That's what Ronald Dahl did anyway. And he started writing these children's stories for his own kids. One of them was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And I think there's something to say for when you write a book, not for the media, not for money, not for the crowds that are asking for more of the same, not for the book publishing companies that are afraid to take risks, but for somebody that you really love, especially your children. And I think what you get out of that is often something that completely turns the world over, makes everybody rethink the formulaic ways of doing things. And I think he really hit that with his style of writing, especially with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which was written in 1964. And if you read his writing style, the way that he tells stories, it's pretty unconventional. It sounds as if a person is reciting the story to you. I can easily see any book publishing companies that see a book like this rejecting it if it was somebody giving their first story out. But Ronald Dahl had managed to make his name by writing his adult literature first, and I think that's probably why they took a chance on his child-friendly stuff. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, in my opinion, by far outweighs the Phantom Tollbooth. And don't get me wrong, I still love the Phantom Tollbooth. It has a lot of quirkiness that's just enjoyable, that will make you go back and read it a few times, and will definitely want to give it to your kid when they are old enough to start reading chapter books. But my biggest gripe with the Phantom Tollbooth was there's a lot of great small things that happen. They go here, they go there, they go here, and every place is creative and whimsical and fun. But like, there's not a whole lot that really ties all those tiny little snippets together. And that's not what Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is like. And that's why I like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory more. You have a cohesive story of Charlie and his grandpa going to Willy Wonka's factory to check things out. And I'm sure you guys have seen some rendition of the movie. Hopefully the classic original. The Johnny Depp one's okay. But you got the basic idea of what happens in the story. It's just with writing, a lot of times you get more feel for the emotions of the main characters. You get a little more connected. And in this case, I think you really do get connected with Charlie Bucket, which is his name. And, you know, you feel for the poverty that the family has. You feel for the kid who only gets a bar of chocolate once a year and savors it for like 2 months after his birthday, just eating a little bit off at a time. You really root for the kid. Not to say you don't root for him in the movie, but books just always enhance that feeling, you know? And Ronald Dahl here really showed me that I kind of missed out on something as a kid reading these kind of books. And I really do want to get into stuff like James and the Giant Peach and the Twits and the BFG, but I also don't want to turn my channel into a Ronald Dahl channel either, so who knows how that'll go. Anyways, you know, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory aside, get out of here picture. Books. Here's the address, either up here or down here. Send me one of your favorite books. I don't care if it's ripped and torn. I don't care if it fell in the shower. I don't care if your dog peed on it. If you really liked the book and you're interested in me reading it and telling you guys what I think about it, send me it to this address up here. Or maybe I'll put it down here when I edit. I don't know. Send it through Media Mail. It's cheap. It's not going to cost you more than $3 to send it. And if you do send me a book, I'm going to send you one in return. Either one of my favorite books that I own or somebody else's favorite book that they mailed me prior to yours. There's going to be a lot of good books circulating. Get in on this. There's a lot of stuff I want to read. Guys, I'm going to get to Naked Lunch soon. I really want to get to War of the Newts, I believe it's called. I really want to get to Blood Meridian. There's a lot of stuff piling up I want to read that I really do want to read it. So, you know, if you have one of those books, especially, send them my way. If anything you guys got, I'd love to read what you guys consider to be your favorite stuff, you know? So let me know. All right, Dean Gornitis, I'm signing out. I'll see you guys next Saturday. I hope to God with Naked Lunch, okay? I'll see ya.